not Rosie. Ah, there you go. So I see the picture, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, not Rosie Perez. Now let me give you the. When I was about maybe like 8, 9 years old, when I was introduced to Rosie Perez, I seen her in White Men Can't Jump, and
Right.
literally, the way she talked, the way she moved, the way she looked, I was in love with this woman. You don't understand how much I loved Rosie Perez. Please tell me what happened.
Okay. So the movie comes out, right? And
White Man Can't
a
Jump,
few
right?
months later, what's that?
White Man Can't Jump. That's what you're saying.
When Make It
Okay.
Jump comes out. A few months later, I fight in Las Vegas on the Holyfield Bow undercard. And so the fight's over, and I got cut in the fight. I had 3 cuts. So I had some sunglasses on. So I'm downstairs, and I'm in the I don't know what it was like an alleyway, and the fans were walking by, and a lot of stars were there. Magic Johnson was there. Chris Rock, Martin Lawrence, all kinds of people were there, right? I'm talking to a few of them. I talked to Charles Dutton, the guy who played Rock on the TV show. Me and him talked for a while. He was real cool. So Jack Nicholson was there.
No way.
So at one point, Rosie walks by, and she looked. Now it was an innocent thing, like she just looked, and and that was it. But my trainer Peppy, he's like, you see that? She looked at you, man. She looked at you. And I said, yeah. I said, let me. He said, go say something to her. Got to say something to her. And I said, I'm all cut up. I just lost the fight. But so anyway, all these years go by, and I'm always saying, I said, if I ever see, I should have went up to Rosie Perez, and I should have said to her, hey, I can jump, right? And I could jump, and that would have been my opening line.
Yeah.
So I never, as many places as I've been, fights, whatever, I've never met Rosie Perez, never seen her, never been in the same building with her. I get on Twitter, and I see her on Twitter, and we commented on the same thing or something. So I started talking to her, and I told her the story. So we got to be kind of friendly. And so she says to me, if you ever see me in person, because I told her, I said, I was going to say, I can jump, right? And so she said, if you ever see me, come up and tell me that, right? Literally, like 3 months later, I'm at the Hall of Fame in Canastota. We're in the high school gymnasium where the autograph show is going, and they have different stars on the stage, and they have the master of ceremonies, or whatever they call it, the grand marshal of the parade. As luck would have it, she was the grand marshal of the parade. So they come over the loudspeaker, and they're like, coming to the stage right now is Grand Marshal Rosie Perez. And right away, my friend looks at me, he goes, you got to get in line, man. You got to get in line, because I don't wait in line for anyone, right?
I hate it, yeah.
I don't have anything to sign. So I wait in line. I'm waiting in line. All these people have, stuff for her to sign and everything. So I finally get up there. She's there. I walk up to her, and I kind of aggressively, I tap on the table, and I said, listen, I said, I don't have anything for you to sign. I don't even have a pen. I said, I just want to tell you something. And she looked a little scared, right? She's like, all right. I said, because she doesn't know what I look like.
Okay.
She just knows me from Twitter. So I go, I could jump, right? She jumps up out of her chair, runs around the table, and gives me a hug.
Wow.
Right? And we've been friendly ever since. I've actually been a guest on her podcast. She does a podcast with her cousin Sixto. And I've been a guest at least twice, maybe 3 times. And and as luck would have it, I've met her several other times since. Like, I never met her before, but after I met her the first time, I met her a bunch of times. And she introduced me to her husband, and so we've been friendly ever since. And she's really cool, super down to earth, really, really good girl.
I absolutely adore this woman. I love her, and it's funny. I had a moment like that. I was out with family at Gino's restaurant in Brooklyn, on 74th and 5th Avenue. Great restaurant, and Rosie was there, bro. She's like a table over from me. And I'm just like, I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God, I love this woman. Like, I just want to tell her that I love her. Like, not in no nasty way, whatever, but she was like,
no, I get it.
my
I get
first
it.
crush. Like, you know, when you're growing up, you're like, oh my God, like that's the woman, right? And like, I'm looking and I'm like, man, I really want to say it, but I did not get the courage up to say nothing to Rosie. I mean, she was eating with her family. And I let it go. And the crazy thing is, she's a huge boxing fan. She's very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. And I got to watch her at the Jake Paul thing, and I thought she did a great job. And I would love to see her more because I think she's awesome. Like she's just a vibrant person. She's just
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? If you go to her Twitter page, she goes all the fights during the fights on TV. She tweets every couple minutes about the fights.
No way.
Oh man, go on her Twitter page. She talk constantly. She'll talk about the fight. She'll be like, "Oh, that was a good left hook by Jones. Jones is putting the pressure on. Let's see what happens." Like she's narrating the fight. Yeah, she's good.
She is. I mean, she's awesome. I mean, she's Puerto Rican, so it's in our blood to watch boxing, right?
Yeah.
So it just makes me happy though too, because a lot of people kind of sleep on the women and stuff like that, and. No, this woman knows her stuff. Oh,
she
absolutely.
loves boxing.
Man.
And let me tell you a funny thing, though. It's a thing, right? My wife has never met her. But whenever she's on TV and I'll be upstairs, she'll be like, your girlfriend's on TV. Come down.
Dude, Rosie was awesome, man. Like, she still is, man. I mean, that era alone. I mean, when she was coming up with Woody Harrelson and Halle Berry, like those are like, influential people. Like it's amazing, man. I wish.
Listen, you should follow her. She has a couple really funny Mike Tyson stories, like
the one where he pulled a gun. I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
In the club and stuff. Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
one.
her page is good, man. She follows the boxing really closely.
I'm trying to see if I think this is the right one. It's Rosie Perez Brooklyn. It's right. I just follow her. It's not for some reason it's not. It doesn't have an arrow. A check. But yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Ryusik Rock Fury.
Go on the night of a fight. Go on her page, and you'll see she tweets, and you can interact. But she tweets constantly about the action happening in the ring.
I'm looking at all her tweets right now. Everything is boxing. This is insane. I mean, why hasn't she done commentating? She's awesome. I mean, outside of the Jake Paul thing, this is if you look at her timeline, it's all boxing. I'm looking at it right now.
Right.
It is absolutely insane, man. I didn't even know she was from Brooklyn, by the way. She's from Brooklyn. It says Rosie Perez Brooklyn here. But, man, I would love to see more of her. I would love to pick her brain in boxing because she really knows the stuff. I seen the interview with the Mike Tyson thing, which I thought was hilarious. And she's talking to Mike, and she's like, remember when I came up to you and I told you what she said, the guy pulled a gun on my sister, and then she said Mike just walked up to him and was like, he said something to him and just get out of here with that. I'm like, bro, that era was just so much, to me, so much greater. You had Mike Tyson, you had living legends, man. Like, oh my God, I love that era, man. Shout out to Rosie Perez, man.
Yeah.
My first crush, Rosie. You don't understand how much I loved you, Rosie. I swear.